Today we are making carnivore and keto versions of potato salad. Yes, you heard that right. Potato salad. No, there's no actual potatoes. We are going to use my carnivore mashed potato recipe, which I have linked in the description box down below, and we are going to turn it into potato cubes, and then I'm going to show you 3 different versions of potato salad. We're going to talk about some of the reasons these things are such comfort foods on a standard American diet and how we can enjoy something very similar and fill that desire to have something so fun, especially because it's summer and it's cookout season. So let's dive in. Let me show you how to make some potatoes, how to turn them into these amazing keto and carnivore potato salads, and maybe you might learn something along the way. And make sure you stick around because the third one is my absolute favorite potato salad of all time. Let's get going on making these faux-tatoes and do keto and carnivore potato salads for a proper human diet today on Chris Cookin' Nashville. What's going on, guys? Chris Cookin' Nashville here. Today we have, and I know a bunch of you are excited, carnivore potato salad. All right, hang on a second. Who's excited about this? No one was watching your channel at this point. What in the world are you talking about? If you're here and putting up with me, let's not do this the way I did this back in the day. Let's rewind, let's start this over, and let's do something a little more modern Chris Cookin' Nashville. On a keto or carnivore diet, we are swapping out the junk ingredients for things that are so much better for our bodies. But there are some people who miss those classic comfort foods, things like potato salad. And I understand that because we associate potato salad or these other kinds of foods we're used to with cookouts and family events. There is a social and cultural element to our food that even if we eventually would like to get away from using those kinds of foods, it can be difficult for some people. And that may be the difference between someone trying or not trying a keto or carnivore proper human diet. So I like coming up with things like this because we can appeal to all of the flavors and all of the textures that socially and culturally remind us of the things we enjoy so much in life without using ingredients that cause issues for our metabolic health. A lot of times in these foods, it's not actually the carbs we're craving, it's usually the texture and the flavors. And there's a lot of ways that we can do that and get the same result without going down that rabbit hole of eating all of those carbs that can flare up carb addiction, cause metabolic health issues, all of the nasty stuff we all want to avoid on a proper human diet spectrum. So today I'm going to show you guys how we can appeal to that cultural, enjoyable, social flavor and texture expectation of potato salad, getting ready for cookout season without a single potato in sight. I'm going to go ahead and get some stuff set up. We're going to talk about a few of these things as I start cooking up a batch of my carnivore mashed potato mixture, and then I'm going to show you where we diverge from that recipe, but that original video is linked in the description box down below, so you can go check that out if you want the mashed potato version as well. I'm gonna get that cooking, we're gonna mix it all up, and I'm gonna show you how we turn those into the potato cubes for our potato salad. So the first thing we need to talk about is the idea of texture in these foods. I'm currently melting down some butter, and I'm gonna be using these liquid egg whites to make our potato. And if you're one of those people that says this isn't potato salad, this is egg salad, technically you are correct, but this tastes absolutely nothing like egg salad. Believe me, it is potato salad, and you can try it for yourself. So texture is one of those things that when we eat, we can get so much satisfaction out of different textures in our food, and we're going to have this soft, pillowy potato texture. We're also going to do things like crispy bacon in a couple of these recipes, so you get that crispy crunchiness of that. We're also going to get the thick, rich, creamy mayonnaise-based idea going on. I'm going to use my butter mayo, which I have also linked down below for you guys. Vinaigrette-style dressing for one of the keto versions. Thin, tangy vinaigrette texture going on. And the combination of these different textures actually appeals to our brain's dopamine centers. Now, dopamine is not something we want to go spiking constantly because it's a very addictive thing if we use things like sugar or caffeine or nicotine or other illicit drugs to spike our dopamine center of our brain. However, if you appropriately get dopamine from things like textural combinations in your food, you can actually enjoy the appropriate levels of dopamine and enjoy your food that much more, which means you're going to be more satisfied and more stable and satiated with your proper human diet, whatever part of that spectrum you sit on. So flavor and texture in combination is a really great way to make sure to hit our dopamine centers in an appropriate way. I'm going to go ahead and scramble up these liquid egg whites with the butter. I'm going to add a little bit of salt to help break down the proteins. We're going to cook this nice and dry. So another thing that's important to talk about here is flavor. We've got texture under control, but we need to consider the flavor. And there's two different things we're going to discuss with flavor. First of all, fat carries flavor. Fat carries flavonoids across the top of your tongue, across all of your taste buds, and helps you access certain flavors that are only fat soluble and they're not water soluble. So having fat itself is flavor, but it also helps carry other flavors across your palate. Along with that, another trick we need to consider if you are on a proper human diet part of the spectrum where you can use things like, say, lemon juice or vinegar, salt and acid in combination will also lighten and help carry flavors across the palate. So when you do things like add a lemon juice vinaigrette on one of these versions, you actually cut through some of the fat that is going to be in the bacon that I'm going to be using in that recipe. And it really helps to cut through and lighten the flavor of the potato salad on your palate. So not only do you get to enjoy multiple different flavors that all work together, but it gives your tongue the idea of balance. And that balance is something that we have been trained to enjoy on standard American diet foods. One of the easiest ways to make your proper human diet feel as though it is not giving anything up, make sure you maintain flavor balance in the very best way that you can based on which version of a proper human diet you are eating. If you're carnivore, that may mean that we just balance out the fat and the meat in whatever way makes most sense to us. If you're keto, it may mean that you want a little bit of salt and a little bit of acid and a little bit of fat and maybe even a hint of sweetness. All of this stuff in combination is the trick that makes flavor work so well for your brain to not only enjoy those textures we're working so hard to have a contrast in between the soft and the creamy and the crunchy, it also gives your brain the flavor variations that make it feel balanced in the dish you're creating. The last element we need to talk about as I'm cooking these egg whites down, which I have now scrambled until they are fully set, is we need to talk about smell. If you know anything about cooking eggs, you know that once you do this, especially if you've made my carnivore mashed potato recipe, the entire house is going to smell like eggs. 75 to 90% of what you think you're tasting is actually smell. This is why if you lose your sense of smell, you have a really hard time tasting anything. Like if you're sick, it makes it really difficult to actually taste food. We don't want to lose our smell and not be able to taste our food, but we can use this concept to our advantage. I'm cooking these egg whites down and I'm going to cook them until they are very dry. When you think they're dry enough, you need to cook them longer and make them drier. And the reason we're doing this is because we're actually off-gassing all of the sulfur compounds that are inside egg whites, which is what gives them that egg flavor that everybody always complains about if something tastes like eggs. So if we cook these egg whites down until all of that sulfur gas has disappeared, you're going to make the house smell like eggs, and you're going to make the eggs taste like really not much of anything, which is perfect because we can then work to make them taste a little bit more like potatoes. The texture of getting these fluffy like a potato, that's not a problem. It's the taste, which is mostly the smell of sulfur in the eggs that we need to get rid of. So we're going to cook this down until it is dry, 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 dry. Not browned, but dry. And then we can turn this into that potato type mixture because we've gotten the smell of eggs out of it. All right, so there is our mashed potato mixture done. Now, we have gelatin in there, which is going to help with the texture of starchiness of a potato, but we need a couple more things in there. They're going to help with this texture and flavor combination we're going for. Number one is we need egg white powder. The egg white powder is going to help absorb the extra moisture. Egg proteins are really unique in the fact that when they cook, they set firm. So that's going to be really important for the texture. The other thing I'm adding is a little bit of butter powder. It's optional, but it's really nice for flavor, and who doesn't want flavor with their texture? We're gonna put these in. I'm gonna use a hand mixer, mix them all through, make sure there are no clumps, everything is super smooth, and then we can spread this on a parchment-lined baking sheet, put it in a 275-degree oven, and we're gonna bake it until we can cut it into cubes. So this is the first of the potato salad styles that we are going to do. This is the mayo-based. I have butter mayo in here. I'm gonna link that recipe down below so we can keep those seed oils out of the diet. I'm going to put an equal amount of sour cream. Now you can go with just mayonnaise based, just sour cream, yogurt, cream, any of those other kinds of dairies. I like doing the mayo based, but I like mixing in sour cream. And then I'm gonna add some Dijon mustard. If you like a really mustardy potato salad, you can add more than I do. You can use regular mustard. You don't have to use any mustard. It's all up to you. There's the base of the sauce for the mayo version that I'm doing. Now you can add whatever spices you like. You don't have to add any spices, but my favorite combination is a little bit of white pepper, garlic powder, and paprika. And then I always like to put some actual black pepper on it when I go to eat it. I'll make sure all of the amounts of this are on the recipe card on the website for you guys, which is linked in the description box down below. If you want to have a little bit more of a tang to your potato salad, which I actually kind of like, a little splash of apple cider vinegar is fantastic in this recipe. Heading a little further in the keto direction, we can also add in for texture and flavor some very finely minced onion and celery. Another really nice addition, if you eat such things, is very finely diced chives. So we're just gonna mix all of that together. I will also use some crispy, crunched up bacon and chopped hard-boiled eggs because that's how I'm used to my potato salad. You can include or not include whatever you wish. All right, recipe number one. This is the traditional kind of mayo-based potato salad with the carnivore potato cubes.
Nice. Well, it looks like potato salad. Let's start there. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Wow, this is so terrible. I need to have another bite. They taste like potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I guarantee you could go that to anyone off the street, they would have no idea that that is not potato salad.
Mm-hmm.
There is no eggy texture. The potato cubes still have that grainy, gritty, kind of earthy texture that a potato would have. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I like the little hard-boiled egg in there. This is the best potato salad I have ever had. This is seriously so good.
That's our baseline. Let's try a couple other flavors. The second style is German potato salad, and this is something I grew up with because I grew up in a German area. This basically uses bacon and a whole bunch of bacon grease, and then of course there's vinegar, and normally they would use sugar, but we're gonna use a keto sweetener, and this is going to be served hot. So first things first, we need some crispy bacon. So this is potato salad number 2. This is the German style, which you've never had before.
No, sounds really good though.
Yeah, sweet, tangy, bacon, served warm, very different than a traditional potato salad usually is.
Oh, wow. Okay, I could get used to this. Sweet, but not too sweet. This is like comfort food. It also smells amazing. It's so simple, yet so much flavor. I would actually love to eat this. This would be really great like during the winter. I would definitely eat that again.
Well, that's number 2. Let's move on to number 3. My number 3 favorite and special surprise potato salad recipe here for you guys is actually based on a Gordon Ramsay recipe. This is a lemon vinaigrette, which is nothing more than equal parts of lemon juice and olive oil, and it's got salt, and then you add in a little bit of water just to thin it out slightly. This is then put over top of warm, crushed new potatoes in his recipe. He also uses green onions, which we're going to dice up, and then you add crab meat. So I just have some pre-prepared crab meat. We're going to do the lemon vinaigrette and the spring onions, as he calls them. And instead of doing the crushed new potatoes that he uses, we're going to use my carnivore potato cubes. This one is something really special that even a celebrity chef would love. And here's number 3. This is my favorite for a couple of different reasons. I mean, honestly, I'll eat any of the 3 of these depending on the mood that I'm in or the meal that I was making, but there's just something special about this. It's also one of the first really intense, like, learn from Gordon Ramsay type things that I did back in the day when I was fresh out of college and I started learning to make this kind of stuff. So
awesome. It looks very pretty. I did not know potato salad could look that pretty. So, oh, wow. Wow. Because there's so few ingredients in this, you can really taste how you nail the texture of your potato cubes. Smooth like a potato would be after you've cooked it, but yet the earthy grittiness. I love the crab. The lemon vinaigrette, is that what you said it was? Delicious. What an interesting combination.
Yeah, it really cuts through.
This is very fresh, very refreshing. This is perfect for summer.
Well, I know which one is my favorite because I already told you guys I love this thing. Which one of the 3 is your favorite?
I think the mayo-based one. I know I'm just an all-American girl, but that's just what I grew up with.
Yep.
So I would totally eat this one though. I also think the hot German one, that is amazing in the fall. I could see that pairing really well with like a steak or some type of meat.
Yeah.
They're all amazing, but yeah, classic American, just mayo-based.
Yeah.
It's delicious, but they're all amazing.
We have a bunch more potato cubes I'm gonna go make some potato salad out of, so I guess we're gonna make up some more of the American style mayo-based potato salad for the lady over here. Everything you're gonna need is down in the description box, including the link to the recipe card, which will have all of these variations of it and the potato cubes. That will be on my website. It's free, it's printable. It's down there to make sure you know exactly how to repeat the recipe. If you have trouble, you can always leave a comment on the channel, let me know. We also have a private community called The Band, where you get extra recipes, and I'm gonna be sharing some stuff about potato salads with them as well, along with some private live streams and other things that we do in there for our band members. We love you, band members. Thank you for being the rock that keeps us stable. We appreciate all of you guys watching. Make sure you go make this potato salad in whatever variation you want because it is fantastic. This is Chris Cookin' Nashville, my beautiful wife, Ash Taylor. You guys eat your meat. Now your carnivore or keto potato salad. Love your life. We'll see you here in the kitchen for a bunch of crazy recipes, especially cookout style like this. And if you love keto and carnivore potato salads, you gotta go check out this recipe video right over here.
Gosh, so good. But wait, this is good. I'm not done with this one, Hold on, put this to the side for me. This is good.